Yeah, we're going to start. We'll have a little bit of 10 seconds. I'm going to do a brief edit on it. Okay, guys, welcome to the very first episode number 1 of the Standing 8 Boxing Podcast with myself, Reggy, and my co-host, Mr. DKongers himself, DKongJr, aka D Raucus, aka Filler 7. And yeah, it's our first time doing a podcast. Thank you for joining us. We are streaming this live on Kick. So if you want to tune back in, come and follow the channel on Kick. This is going to be on the last Friday of every month. And I will be posting it on YouTube in its entirety from start to finish the following day, the following Saturday. So in today's episode, we're going to be just recapping November, but we're also going to recap a bit of October as well. I didn't want to go too far back because next month being December, we're going to be doing the end of year recap, and also we're going to be putting the vote out for Fight of the Year. So we're going to be doing an entire recap of the whole of 2025, all of the big fights that have happened this year, and we're going to be looking at them, and we're going to be trying to find out which one is, you know, what we think is Fight of the Year. We'll have our opinion, we'll shortlist it, and then we're going to put it out to the community to have a vote on that. So that's going to be the plan. So today we're going to, you know, do a recap of the fights that happened in October and this month, November. And at the end, after that, we're going to look forward to the fights that are coming up in December and see, you know, have a quick chat about them, how we feel about them, and see where we go from there. Everybody happy with that? DKongers, would you like to introduce yourself to the camera?
Yes.
Tell a few people about why you are here on the Standing 8 podcast.
Few of you know me already. Big boxing fan. Here, just like we said, just go over things that we've been seeing on the box, things we've been watching. Talk about all good things boxing and have a laugh. Because we always have a laugh. That's the thing. Whenever we talk about boxing, we're always catching jokes. So it's just, that's what it's about. We just wanted to involve other people, get you guys involved.
It will be interesting, isn't it, to see how we get. I mean, obviously, you know, my faves are all in here already. That, you know, not everyone's into boxing, but one day, you never know, we might have people in the chat who come along who are interested in our opinions on the sport and want to share their opinions with us. So, you know, what's funny is that we basically have a podcast all the time when it comes to boxing anyway, you know, like we are lifelong boxing fans, and we've been talking boxing, we've been talking a lot of boxing, especially in recent years, but you know, we've been watching boxing since the 80s. Yeah. And you can tell from the gray hair that I am a product of the 80s. Yeah, you could tell by my man's no hair that he's a product of the 80s.
I got some hair, man. Come on.
Yes, sir. Spread the word, chat. That's it. If you know someone who's interested, get them to tune in. That's it. There he is, Alfie. I told you, he's worse looking than me. Yeah, you can riot. You don't have to riot. You don't have to riot, bro. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's get started. All right, and just in case, guys, if you wonder why, like, I'm outside of the webcam frame, it's because I'm ethereal like that. We like these big words, ethereal. Yeah,
I don't know how you can do that.
So yeah, this is it. My name is Reggy. My co-host DKongers, DKongJr. Lifelong boxing fans. We're here to just talk a little bit about boxing and shoot the breeze and have some laughs and, you know, discuss things, how we see the sport and being fans of the sport. And I just want to say this right now, guys. I just want to say this right now. we're not coaches, we're not fighters, we are spectators. And of course, we are entitled to have our opinions as spectators. And having watched, me personally, having been watching boxing for 40 years of my life, since the mid-80s, I'm entitled to have an opinion. We are going to be entirely respectful about our opinions, but we're not pros and we're not coaches, but we call it as we see it. Okay, so I just want people to know that before they start jumping in saying, oh, you know, what's your history? What did you do? Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Fair? Right.
Yeah, I think that is you're right what you're saying. Amateurs in the game, in the actual sport, but not amateurs as spectators.
Yeah.
In it for a very long time.
Absolutely.
Understanding, you know, and it's. I think we both think it's just interesting to hear what spectators. It'll be interesting to hear what other people who watch boxing think. It's always interesting to hear and look at other things people see as well. You know, so it's I completely agree with that one.
Yeah, it'd be really cool to hear what people's opinions might be, and you never know. One day, you know, maybe this time next year when we're doing next year's, you know, we'll have 100 boxing fans in here all kind of weighing in on subjects and topics that we're talking about, and especially how we've seen the industry, the sport, and the industry change over the years. You know, coming back from when we started watching 15-round fights, you know, to now, you know, to watching, you know, promoters, you know, taking money from their fighters or, you know, protecting fighters. And now that's all changed. Like, what's ironic is I said this to DKongJr not long ago when we spoke about it, was that you go back you go back 5 years and this podcast would be pointless because there would not have been enough fights to talk about happening because nobody they weren't making the fights happen. But nowadays with you know, the deep wallets of the Saudis getting involved in the sport, you know, they just want to see the fights. They just want to put the fights on, let everybody see the best going against the best. And we have been blessed. The last 2 years, we have been blessed with seeing some top fights. Like fights that we may not have got previously had these guys not stepped in. The Saudi takeover, absolutely. You know? So, yeah.
It's worked out for the best, that takeover, completely.
Absolutely.
You know, you're right what you're saying. When these promoters were cherry picking and choosing not to work with each other, you know, trying to shield their boxers from taking on real fights that us as spectators knew would be good fights, and they just won't let them happen. Now, there's no issue of money.
Yeah.
The issue of money is completely gone. So now it's just, do you want to fight? Yes or no?
Sign on the dotted line.
Yeah, someone don't want to fight, they're ducking. That's how it looks now.
Yeah.
No fight.
There's no excuse.
Yeah, there's no excuse.
Yeah. Guys, I just want to check. Is D's mic level good? Or is it too low? Is it too high? I just need you guys to just give me a bit of feedback in stream if his mic level's good, if you can hear him good. I know you lot can hear me. My shit's cranked. Not that I need it. I could probably get away without a mic, but Mr. Nez, can you tell me if DKongJr's his mic levels are good? You can hear him good? You can hear him okay?
Levels?
Levels. Could be a bit clearer. that's different though, because he's on his phone. That's his phone. That's his phone mic. That's and who knows? You never know, yeah? One day we could be sitting in a room with podcast mics and cameras up everywhere and literally doing a proper podcast, like, you know, like an in-house podcast, you know?
Would be live. That would be
live. One day, you never know. You can hear him. Okay, that's good enough. We'll crack on. You know, given that we've had major tech issues today, I think we'll take what we've got and we'll run with it. Right, okay. Let's start off with an October recap. And first one first, we've got. Do you want to cover Wardley Parker first or Boatsy Parker? I never saw the Boatsy. Was that on the undercard?
What?
Was Boatsy?
Who did Boatsy fight?
Parker.
Parker? No.
Yeah.
Boatsy didn't fight Parker.
Yeah.
No.
Zach Parker.
Zach Parker. That's right.
Yeah.
Right. Sorry. Yeah. I did watch that.
Was that on the?
Let's cover the Zach Parker fight.
Yeah. Was that on the undercard?
Controversial. The result was a bit controversial, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He basically, you know what Boatsy is like. When you watch Boatsy, a lot of the time, he just doesn't move up in gears enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, he's a good fighter. I always liked him as a fighter. I think he's a great fighter, but he just doesn't have that extra gear. He's got grit. Like, he's got dog in him. He will go 12 rounds, but he just doesn't push enough. Like, that's what it feels like. And through that fight with Zach Parker, it was just like the problem was for Zach Parker, he tried to make it a dirty fight. By doing that, he made Boatsy look better to the judges. But Boatsy had a terrible fight. Like, I think he even said himself, it wasn't a great night.
Yeah.
You know, he could have done better. He could have gone through the gears a lot better. We've seen other fighters do it. But he just falls short all the time when it comes to that.
Do we think he...
Go on.
Do we think he's got that next gear?
I don't know.
Because you're right in what you're saying. Every time I see him fight, you're right. He's got that dog in him, but he generally just seems to be content to just cruise along.
Yeah,
and like,
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying.
You know, I just feel sometimes that, you know, like I'm watching some of the highlights now from that fight. He was popping the jab in his face.
He was.
And he just...
That's what I'm saying. It's not the worst. He's not the worst fighter to watch at all, yeah?
No, not at all.
But, like I said, it's just... What extra special things can you bring to the fight? You got to think, this is the entertainment game as well. It's not just a fight game. Do you know what I mean? Especially when it comes to judges taking a fight to the decision, you got to be able to put your best foot forward when it comes to the judging.
Especially in this day and age with the judging, like
exactly.
You know, you don't want to take any chances.
That's
and
right.
Not only that, his division is stacked. Like, you know, you've got some real monsters in that division. And you know, if he wants to go and compete on the world level, at the world level, like you have to, you know, like, I mean, we'll cover it later on anyway, like, you know, with Benavidez in Yard, but that was like, to be able to compete at that level, you have to have that gear, that, you know, you fight into that game plan, And when you're starting to see, I mean, Canelo was a master of that. You know, he was a master of having his plan, knowing exactly where he wanted to put you, ranging you, and once he corralled you into that spot, and he knew that you were there, he started to pile the pressure on, like layer it on, layer on layer, and that's how he won so many of his fights. You know, that's how he won so many of his fights. You know, he dictated it to them. And sometimes, you know, I look at Boatsy and I think to myself, I want him to have, like, sometimes I want him to have that nasty streak in him where he just goes and just, you know, gets dirty with it.
Yeah.
Canelo would break man down. He would.
Yeah.
But before all of that, what he would start to do was he'd start to use his shots to place you in a certain position and at a certain range. He'd start to preempt you and what you think he's gonna do. And before you know it, he's got you exactly where he wants you. And it's like, that was it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. For me, Boatsy, he's got that toughness.
Yeah.
He can go through, like I said, he can go through a 12-round fight. Like, I've seen it. But it's that extra special part. Like, you going back to that Callum Smith fight, you know, he just didn't have the extra bit. And it was a good fight. That fight, that was
a war.
From what I remember, that was a 12-round fight as well.
Yeah.
And Callum Smith is a great boxer. But yeah, Callum Smith got the better of him.
Yeah.
And it was because he didn't have that extra to keep to show, if that makes sense. You just got to be able to show it.
Yeah.
On the night. And I know it's hard. You're under the lights. It's, you know, massive pressure. These nights there's big money involved, all of it. Like, we can't even imagine the kind of pressure these guys are under to perform. But the thing is, you're up there for a reason. You're on the platform for a reason. You know, these promoters are not signing you because you're rubbish. They obviously believe that you're worth investing in as well. So I agree what you're saying. He needs to just show that little bit more, man.
But in that fight, that was the difference. You could see Callum Smith had fought on at the very top level.
Yes.
You could see that. Like,
exactly.
you know, you could see that he's fought at the top level. He knows what he has to do, you know, and you could see that was the difference between them. He knew when to you know, make sure that his shots were eye-catching, you know, whereas Boatsy just seems to just kind of plod along and, you know, work with volume, and you know, it's just like, you know, a bit underwhelming sometimes.
Yeah.
He is a great fighter. He is solid.
Right as well, that sometimes fighters get into their own heads too much. I completely agree with that, bro. I think you're right. Boatsy seems to be a bit like that too. I would, you know, like, just you need to let go.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I mean, to be honest, as I've been watching him over his career, he doesn't, like, he's always been this way.
Yeah,
he just doesn't seem to have that extra bit, like, and it's like, as your opposition goes up in quality, you are expected to be able to match that.
That's right.
And I just feel that, you know, like, it's, you know, he kind of, like, again, just having watched the highlights of this, there wasn't a great deal that was eye-catching. Like, he wasn't dominating his guy, you know, he wasn't throwing really, you know, flashy combinations.
Parker, like I said, was trying to turn it into
A dogfight.
dirty fight, right?
Yeah.
By trying to fall on the ground through the whole fight. He just he embarrassed himself and actually thought that he'd won the fight. And it was like, Boatsy was almost like looking at the audacity of the guy thinking he won the fight when you couldn't even stand in the middle of the ring and fight. You just kept falling over.
Yeah.
Like, trying to pull me down by falling over is not really a fight, is it?
Yeah.
So I think, it was a difficult fight for him to fight against somebody who's got that kind of attitude as well. Like when he went up against Callum Smith, that's someone who's going to stand in. He's going to box. Yeah. Callum Smith's going to use his range. He's going to get in close as well. He's a great all-round boxer.
Yeah.
This guy, Zach Parker, he was levels below, but I also think you should have been able to see the levels to it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You should have been able. Boatsy should have showed completely outclassed the guy.
Yeah. This is it. Like, having been in the ring with Callum Smith.
Exactly.
He should have been able. Level, yeah. He should have been able to show the difference in class.
Yes.
And this is what I'm saying about whether or not we think he is world level, because that's the difference, isn't it? That is the difference between, it's like you can have all the skills, but if you can't show them at the right time, then it's kind of pointless, isn't it?
Yeah, man. 100%. No, it was, like I say, it wasn't the easiest fight to watch. It wasn't a great fight to watch either.
What card was that on?
He seems like a really cool guy as well. He seems very level-headed when you hear him talk. He's good in front of the camera and all these other good things. It's just we need to see the performances from him. And I don't think, like you said, when we're talking about world-class level,
you got no choice. You look at the guys that are at the top of that division, and you better bring something real special. Otherwise, it's going to be a bad day.
It is, exactly.
It's going to be a bad day. And we're going to get on. We're going to get on to a bit later on. We're going to get on to another fight in that division. Right. Okay. Let's move on. So, thank you for that recap, brother.
Yeah.
Good shit. Right. Let's move on. What do we have next? Oh, Wardley Parker. Fabio Wardley against Joe Parker. Was this Boatsy fight on the same card? I think it was.
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I think it was.
It may have been,
it was. Right, okay. Fabio Wardley versus Joe Parker. What a fight.
Yeah.
What a fight. Joe Parker came in at his heaviest that he's been for a long time. He really stacked it on for this fight. And he knew well, because obviously people had told him Fabio can bang, and he can give it and he can take it as well.
Yeah.
So he came in heavy.
That's the major advantage for him.
Yeah.
He's got a granite chin, man.
Yeah. And this is what made this such a great fight to watch, was that you got two guys that have both got granite chins, who are both not scared to go toe to toe, and we were treated to a fucking amazing fight. Like, literally every round. I mean, this has got to be a really strong contender for Fight of the Year.
Yeah.
It is certainly in my shortlist for Fight of the Year. But we've got some others from especially earlier in the year, which were just fucking epic. But definitely this fight is was what on paper made, when I think about it, when they said that they'd made the fight, I was like, wow, Joe Parker wanted this fight. I was like, okay. I didn't. Not that I thought he would lose. No.
To be honest, I didn't think he would lose.
No.
I had Joseph Parker winning the fight. That's what I'm thinking before the fight started.
Yeah. I had Joe Parker outpointing him, but what I mean by that is I expected him to go harder for the Usyk fight, or you know, really trying to push to get a shot at one of those belts.
Yes, exactly.
You know, but it just goes to show how you know, it just goes to show Joe Parker's heart in that he you know, he would fight anyone.
Yeah.
You know, you put anyone in front of him. I mean, we said it before.
Warrior.
Martin Bakole, even though in that fight he came in at, you know, less than a week's notice because of Big Dan and his stunt. You know, like, even though, but people, nobody wanted to fight him. Nobody wanted to fight him. Like Jared Anderson, like people were saying about when Jared Anderson fought him.
You know what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, this kid was like 19-0, 18-0, and he's fought. He's taking. You got to give him respect. Yeah, you have to give him respect because, like, you know, nobody wanted to fight him. No, nobody wanted to fight him.
They've been sparring him.
But even then, Bakole came in, was a last minute replacement for his guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, they all know. They all know what he is like. They know what he's about. The guy's big, man.
Yeah,
he's like, you know what it's like. It's almost like when you're at school. You got that. There's that one kid. You look at him. He's just a unit. You know. You can't.
If you hold one, if you get a handbag across the face from one of those, mate, you might lose your jaw. And that's what they say. They say that he there's very little wind up on his shots. They all come from the shoulders, and they all like baseball bats. You know,
he's intimidating.
Yeah,
that's the best word I can find for that guy.
So the fact that so the fact that Joe Parker took that fight and won it convincingly, you know, you have to give ultimate respect. I mean, I give ultimate respect to both Fabio and Joe Parker because they put on an amazing show. Like, it was just,
to be honest, they were both, in my opinion, they were both on an individual run.
Yeah.
Of paths that didn't need to cross. I didn't think that, like, when they announced the fight, I was like a bit like you. Wow, he's taken that fight. Like, he could have. The thing is, I get it. You don't want to be inactive, especially being inactive and then going into a fight with Usyk is not a good idea, is it?
No, definitely not.
Do you know what I mean? So
definitely not.
I understand it from that point. But at the same time, this guy, Fabio Wardley, like you said, can bang. The guy's got a granite chin. And also, he's unorthodox in the sense that he's not got the amateur career like the rest of these guys.
Yeah, 100%.
He's come up through white collar. You know, they made a big thing about his story. He's a white collar boxer and street fighter or whatnot. But it does make up for the unorthodox style. It's different. It's similar to Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
He's unorthodox, isn't he?
See, I think that has less of an impact at heavyweight because technique, you know, it for the most part, they just stand and bang, don't they? For the most part.
Not Usyk.
I mean, Usyk, Fury, they're anomalies in that regard because they don't generally fight. But if you look at
the ones who will end up holding all the belts. So in the sport, having the technique matters. That's how I see it.
No, of course it does. But you know, the difference between a white collar boxer at welterweight or lightweight, where those guys have to be really, like, you know, all of those amateur rounds that they've put in, situations they've been in, creating angles where they've been under the cosh, you know, coming back late in a fight, you know, fighting a dirty fighter, all of these experiences and stuff like that. I feel like they they're more impactful in those divisions. You know, you can get away with a bit more in the heavy, you know, the higher up you go, because you know, you can pretty much just stand and bang if you wanted to. You don't have to be in and out. I mean, obviously, you go up against someone like Usyk, then nothing you do is really gonna help in that regard.
No,
so
that's right.
you know, but personally, I think I thought Fabio was gonna have another fight before hitting this level. Like, we're talking about top 5. Like, I know he would have been ranked probably in the top 10 or maybe just outside, but he
champion now.
Well, yeah, there we go. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? I didn't expect Fabio to hit this level.
Yeah.
Like after the last fight. Yeah. But he did. What do we think about the result?
Yeah, there was a bit of controversy regarding the ref stepping in. From what I remember, he wasn't really answering back, Parker, towards the end. They were both gassed. Did
the ref get it right?
I would say he did. He was they were both gassed. You know, either of them in that situation against the ropes, taking punches like that. Yeah. You got to step in. It's got to be done. You're saving someone's life potentially.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, I know this ref.
Of a show real friggin' knockout. I'd rather, you know what I mean, see someone live to fight another day.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so I think he made the right decision, the ref. But at the same time, like I said, to me, Wardley was gassed. Like, as soon as the ref jumped in, Wardley fell over. He was on his knees.
Yeah.
They were both gassed by that point.
Yeah, we saw that, isn't it? He literally fell over after he was winging them shots in. He literally fell over. Like,
let's say the ref doesn't jump in, right? And Parker is taking those shots on the gloves and just throws one out there. It could have gone completely the opposite way.
It could have, and he catches him, and that's it. But the thing is, you're right, is that up until that point, you started to see Fabio had landed some big ones earlier on in the round. He landed, I can't remember, I think it was a short right hook over the top. He landed one and it was flush on the button.
Yes.
And it's like they'd both thrown and landed some big shots. And sometimes it's not like it's the slow accumulation of that trauma that can lead to something bad. So, you know, there are some content creators out there who are ribbing the referee, saying that's what he does every time. I forget what his name is. I forget what the ref's name is, but they say that he does that one all the time. Yeah. And are we back? Alfie, Nezzy, Pop It, are we back? Yeah, my stream cut out, so...
Yeah, from what I can see, the stream's still spinning.
Oh, is it? You might need to refresh it. It's back on.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he got it right. I think
he did.
Yeah. We're going. I think he got it right. I think he got it right. You know, because again, you know, you don't want to be that referee that lets a fight carry on, and you know, and it's not like it would have been different if they were fighting for you know, the undisputed.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, I get it.
Tyson Fury against Usyk.
Yeah.
He was getting knocked about.
That was the wrong time to step in.
But that was different. That's for all the beans, mate. Everything. You know,
that was the wrong time to
yeah.
step in.
So that was different. So that call, I'm happy. I'm happy with that call.
Yeah,
I was cool with that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, he wasn't returning anything. He was against the ropes. He was blocking and he was moving, but that's still, you're not showing the ref enough. And he'd taken a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's round 11.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd been trading for the whole fight.
The thing is, it could be that last stretch, that last round, is what does that flipping brain damage. Like, do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I can't disagree with the ref there.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I think he's made a judgment call based on the way that fight had gone. If that fight had been fought at a slower pace and they weren't trading off as much, it would have been different. But the fact that they had been leathering each other up for the entire fight, like that was, that I think I'm happy with that call.
It's like you said, that definitely was a contender fight for fight of the year, because they both went hell for leather the whole fight. And you know, a lot of the time we get these press conferences where fighters talk a lot of talk, and you feel that's what you're gonna see, and you just don't see that. But these guys, you kind of knew when they said it. They had a good amount of respect for each other before the fight as well. There was no shit talking, anything like that. It was all like, I got respect for you, you're a good fighter, blah 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 blah. But when we get in the ring, I can't have respect for you.
Yeah.
You know, Joseph Parker as well seems like also a very nice guy.
Both of them.
They both do.
Yeah, they're both respectful. You know, they don't need to do the trash talking outside.
Exactly.
You know, they're confident at the same time. You know, they've earned their place in this fight.
Yeah,
and they went in and they let their gloves do the talking.
I mean, talking about Joseph Parker, I feel like he was robbed regarding that Bacoli fight with Dubois. Because I thought I could just see that fight with him and Dubois going one way. I thought he would have beaten Dubois and gone on to fight Usyk, and which I wanted to see. I did want to see that fight because I feel like their frames match up better. Like it just looked like the perfect fight, man. The two of them.
Yeah, on paper that was a great fight.
It was, and Dubois. Well, I don't even think it's Dubois. I think Dubois just does what he's told. I think the promotion got involved in that one and came up with a poor excuse of a cold. Come on, that was 2 days out before the fight, was it?
Yeah, that's right.
That's just a joke.
They saw an opportunity. They saw an opportunity.
Yes.
And they thought, you know what, we're gonna hop on this.
He's jumping in the ring at the end of Usyk's fight, isn't he?
Every time. That's after he's cancelled the fight, after he's pulled out of it, he was in the ring. He was ringside. Was he jumped in the ring or was he ringside?
He jumped in the ring.
He jumped in the ring. Oh my God.
That's what I mean. It's just it's a bit embarrassing for Dubois.
Yeah.
Just, you know, and it just shows you that in a way, these promoters, what they're used to doing, like this is what they're used to doing. This is what would normally happen. They get to cherry pick which path their fight is gonna take.
Yeah.
And like you saying earlier about the landscape changing, it makes so much of a difference. And then we end up with fights like this. That was the hard part about it, because I didn't want to see that fight. I wanted to see Usyk Parker or Dubois Parker first, and then I thought Parker would have won that and beat Usyk Parker. But now I don't know. I don't even think we'll see Wardley Usyk.
Well, it's looking that way, isn't it? Okay, let me ask you this. If Dubois beats Usyk, would we be saying the same thing?
No, but maybe
It's
not.
true, isn't
The
it?
thing is, yeah, can you in any like sort of reality see Daniel Dubois beating Usyk? I can't.
I
I
didn't
can't
see
see
Daniel
anybody.
Dubois beating AJ, and he did.
No, that I disagree with. I think you could see that if you look closely, you'll see it. You think about it, yeah. It's not, it's not that difficult. I don't think when it comes to AJ. I feel we put AJ on a big pedestal a lot of the time, whereas Usyk is a
Oh
complete
yeah,
different class.
yeah, absolutely.
Different class.
He's in a league of his own,
He
Usyk.
is.
But
I don't see
I'll be
anyone
honest.
beating
I'll
him.
be honest. If AJ had have had any kind of game plan, he wins that fight.
Yeah.
If he had any kind of game plan, he wins that fight, because we know what Dan Dubois is going to do. He's going to charge in. He's going to try and get in. He's going to try and wing him in. He's going to try and hit him he's going to try and hit him in the crown jewels, mate. He's going to try and headbutt him. He's trying to fight dirty. He knows all of those tactics. He does that. He does them well, but again, I mean, AJ's another subject. We'll discuss him a bit later on. But I just feel like if he had any kind of game plan going into that fight, he should have won it. But
I thought he would. I thought he won that fight, like you said, from the start, from the press conferences. I was like, "There's no way AJ loses this fight." From when it was the Triple D Golden Boy for Frank Warren Promotions and AJ Golden Boy for Matchroom, I was always thinking AJ is the better fighter.
Yeah.
And I could see their paths crossing. I always thought AJ would win it, but it turned out to be different. And I think it's at a stage in someone's career when it comes to AJ, that fight, it's just the wrong place, the wrong time. I don't think it was even a matter of skill, if that makes sense. I think it's just where he's at mentally at that point. I think he's in the right place.
Yeah, I think it kind of followed the kind of trajectory that he was on, like just in terms, like he had that fight with Hellenius before that, and and that was just a nothing burger. And then
before that, and Garnu before that.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're seeing that. We'll talk about these fights after, but Joe Parker was robbed. Joe Parker was robbed, and the sad story is that now, especially after failing this drug test, I don't know if there's been a second sample or anything like that. But
did he come out and say that I kind of dodged all of the news around it. Did he come out and say that he's innocent?
I don't know.
I thought I saw something where he said he's innocent. I might be wrong. I don't know if anyone in the chat saw anything to do that. But if he says he's innocent, I mean, who knows? It's
out of character.
I saw what's his name? Callum Smith's brother. I can't remember his name. One of the
Liam
older
Smith.
brother. No, not Liam Smith. Paul Smith.
Isn't Paul the oldest?
Yeah, he's the oldest. I think.
Yeah, he was the first, wasn't he? He was the first of the brothers. Yeah,
yes, exactly. He said that it could have been a flipping touched a £5 note or something like that. That is then got into his system.
Yeah, through his fingers. Yeah.
It
could have been anything, but it just seems so out of character for someone like him. On in a fight like this, knowing that he gets his shot after this, for that to for him to do that,
it's not performance enhancing. It's like, do you know what I mean? Just stuff. This really doesn't make any sense. It makes.
But we know after the Liam Cameron episode how they threw the book at him, and so they're showing zero tolerance for it, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
But it's still sad. It's still sad because for a long time we spoke about Joe Parker deserving his shot, and then after it's kind of not poetic, but it's kind of poignant that after the fuck around with Dubois, that he ends up losing after that. Even though he beats Bacoli.
Yeah.
But when it's an actual title eliminator shot, he ends up losing it. So it's a sad story. It really is a sad story about Joe Parker.
Another poignant remark for you. Parker lost to Joe Joyce. Just keep that in mind as well.
Yeah.
Before he went on this fantastic run, he lost to Joe Joyce, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
Daniel Dubois lost to Joe Joyce.
Daniel Dubois lost both of them.
So what are we saying about Big Joe Joyce? Are we saying that Big Joe Joyce is the fire starter to other people's careers? Yeah. He's putting out his own. He's putting out his own career, and he's putting people back on the map. Are you not entertained? I love the guy. Big respect to Joe Parker, man. We thought you were gonna do bits, but when Zhang was taking lumps out of your eye, just literally every 10 seconds, and we're sitting there saying, "Block it, please block it now, block it now, please block it, please block it, please."
He was blocking with his face, bro. That was the problem.
Oh, bro, honestly, but it is so weird. Isn't it? Yeah. It's so weird that two guys that lost to Joe Parker, Joe Joyce, end up literally after that, reignite their careers. I mean, Dubois' career was just starting. He had just started when he lost to him. So he was being touted as kind of like the journeyman, but he took that loss and he's come back and he's he's gone all out. So, and then Joe Parker, we all thought Joe Parker was going to be after his world champion and then lost to AJ. Yeah. And then,
he became a journeyman as well
He became a journeyman as well.
That's right.
And then they fought Joe Joyce and they met a real journeyman. And then they thought, fuck, oh shit, off we go. We ain't that guy. They thought to themselves, we ain't that guy.
I can't believe
we can do something. We can actually do something.
Yeah. They both ended up doing something different after the Joe Joyce.
Yeah. Crazy that.
I don't know why that popped into my brain. I was just like, hang on, they both lost to him.
Yeah. And they both ended up having world title fights.
Yeah.
And Big Joe can't get a sniff of a world title fight.
No chance.
No
chance. That was another one. Like when he beaten Dubois, it's like, okay, so he's beaten your boy. He should now be on a trajectory moving towards belts.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They gave him the same thing, just dead fights. It's like, why is he fighting this guy?
Is he with Eddie? Was Joe Joyce with Eddie Hearn?
No, he was with Warren. He was with Frank Warren, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, him and Dubois were with Frank Warren. So that's what I'm saying. Where he's beaten Dubois, I don't know. Maybe that pissed Frank Warren off. Like, do you know what I mean? So who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So, So we've got Fabio Wardley winning that fight by a controversial stoppage. Yeah. And now, he was next in line to face Usyk for his WBC belt.
No, not WBC. WB. Was it WBO or IBF?
Hang on a sec. Which belt did Usyk vacate?
WBA.
WBO.
BO. Okay.
Yeah. WBO. Yeah. So he vacates that belt. Fabio Wardley becomes interim WBO champion.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know, we've got another British champ.
Yeah.
You know. So
interesting to see who he defends, who his next defense will be against.
yeah. Well,
I can't remember if he has to take a defense in the next fight. He might not have to.
Well, he's still technically classed as the interim, isn't it? Until he fights the next the next mandatory.
Yes.
So he obviously vacates. So Wardley goes up, becomes champion, interim, and then the mandatory, he'll have to fight the mandatory. Let's have a look and see.
Who is mandatory?
Yeah, WBO heavyweight ranking.
Well, it would have been Parker was the mandatory for WBO, right?
Oh, imagine that. Imagine they just fought an 11-round fucking war, and then he lost, and then Usyk vacates. He becomes the champion, and he gets another shot at him as he's the mandatory, and he gets another shot at him. That would be pretty crazy, innit?
But wasn't that an eliminator fight?
Their fight was an eliminator fight for a shot at Usyk. Yeah.
Okay. So they weren't. I don't get it. Was one of them the mandatory after the fight? Does that make sense?
Okay, so it's saying here that Italma is the number 2. And then Hrgović after him. So it's got Italma 1, Hrgović 2, Zhang 3, Dubois 4, Jared Anderson 5, Del Boy Chisora in at 6.
Yes, Del Boy.
Del Boy Chisora in at 6, AJ in at 10. Del Boy Chisora ranked higher than AJ, man. Who'd have fucking ever thought it? Who would have ever thought it? And Riakporhe in coming in at 12.
12.
Franklin's got a fight coming up soon, hasn't he? Isn't he fighting tomorrow?
Yep.
Who's he fighting?
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah, he's fighting Fraser Clark, ain't he?
No, he's fighting Italma.
Oh, he's fighting Italma. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Big Fraser is fighting tomorrow.
Doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You had Italma's just beaten Dylan White. AJ fought Franklin first and beat him. Dylan White then fought Franklin and beat him. Italma beats Dylan White, and then you give him Franklin. How does that make any sense?
Yeah. I think they're still trying to pad him. I think they're still trying to pad his record. Yeah. They're still trying to pad his record. Not only that, I don't think anyone wants him.
No, I don't. It's more that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they're struggling to get fights for him.
I think you're right.
I think it's less that they're trying to pad his record.
Yeah.
But yeah, Italma's 2 fights away from a world shot. I mean, maybe after this one he gets it. But I still think in his career, I mean, he's 13-0. Does it, you're 13-0. Do you get a world title fight after 14? Yeah. It's like.
But then how many fights is Wardley in?
I mean, Wardley's 20-0 now.
20-0.
Yeah, Wardley's 20-0. So that's about right. You hit the 20 you hit the 20 fight mark.
Yeah.
And then you get your shot. You know.
That makes sense.
And it's like, so yeah, he's up there. He's a beast. He's a beast, So that'll be interesting. I mean, obviously, I don't think, Wardley and Italma's not going to happen. Definitely not going to happen. Hrgović might get his shot.
So they train at the same gym, don't they?
Yeah. Hrgović might get his shot.
Well,
Hrgović might get his shot, which is shocking.
Yeah, Hrgović is one of those fighters again. Just
underwhelming.
He doesn't impress. Like, he's not the worst, but he just you haven't got that extra in you.
Yeah.
To make it. So yeah, I don't know. I think this WBO belt, I don't think it. I think that's why he's giving it up as well. I think it's one of the least cared about belts. Like do you know what I mean? WBC, I think that's got all of the glory, hasn't it?
Yeah. WBC and WBA are the two big ones, isn't it?
That's right.
WBC is definitely the biggest the biggest belt, has the most accolades.
Yeah, exactly.
But it will be interesting to see what Usyk does. It will be interesting to see what he does next.
Well, I
mean, if he vacates one belt, I think he should just call it. Like,
that's what I think. For me, walk off into the sunset, man.
Yeah.
I get it though. It must be hard when you feel like you still got some left in you and you enjoy it.
But the thing is, Usyk comes across as a very pragmatic guy. He comes across as a guy that's, got his head, he's not like, he doesn't care for the glitz and the glory.
No.
He's a sportsman, he's a competitor. So in that regard, having no competition anymore in your life is a tough one, isn't it? And we've seen what that does, how that can weigh on the minds of elite competitors.
That's right.
How it can affect them. But he's done everything, man. He's done everything. He's beaten everyone.
Done it all.
Like,
all he could really do to add, there's not much more he could do to add, like, to what he's done.
I mean, nobody can, like, there's no other champion that has had a rematch against every one of his biggest competitors and won all of them.
No,
like,
in all of their backyards. And every time the rematch was worse than the first time round. Like, Too good, man. It's just like, that guy deserves all the marbles. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're right. You just walk away now, man. You've clocked the game, mate.
Yeah.
There's no more to it. Like,
you've solved it. You beat the game.
You've completely beaten it. But I just think, like you said, the competitiveness in him is probably stronger than the desire to compete is probably stronger in him than the desire to than the satisfaction of knowing that you've clocked the game.
Yeah.
He still wants to compete. And I think that's why he's not giving up those belts very quickly. Because when he gave up the first one, I was shocked. I didn't think he'd be giving them up.
See, that's it, though. This is what I'm saying. The fact that he's vacated this belt, I feel like he should just call it and just say, you know what? I am the best of my era.
Exactly.
I am far and away the best of my era, and that's it. I've got nothing else to prove. Like there's not really anyone else out there who has anything close to the kind of arsenal that you need to beat him.
That's right.
And it is. Yeah.
No one. Honestly, if Tyson Fury couldn't do it, no one does it. At
6'8", if 6'8" Tyson Fury, who boxes like a fucking middleweight, couldn't get it done, if AJ with his power you know,
No
and
chance,
technique,
man.
which he decided not to use on the night twice. Couldn't get it done. And, you know, and Big Dan coming in after fucking whacking him in the balls. After whacking him in the balls twice, 3 times, you know, he still couldn't get it done. Fucking hell. Then,
it done.
you know, and the second time was even worse. The second time was even worse.
It was worse. He destroyed him. What was it? 5 rounds in the second fight.
Yeah, the second time Usyk was like, fuck, I know this guy already. I don't need to see him out. I'm just going to put it on him for round 1 and that's it. Call it an early night, you know?
That's it. Yep, make my money easily and get out of there. Yeah.
That's it.
I don't blame him, man. I just, like you said, you got the fact you've gone and you've beat them all twice in their own backyards is just like, there's seriously nothing more you can do.
Yeah. That's it.
You know, there's no one else out there.
Again, and having a look at these, you know, I mean, maybe a Talma in a couple of fights' time would have enough. But even then,
when we say a couple of fights' time, how much time is that? Because when we look at how many fights boxers are taking per year, it's 2 fights a year.
Yeah.
So if we're saying a couple of fights, that's 2 fights. So we're talking.
That's another year. He'll be 40 years old.
It's just like it's too much, and it's too long in the tooth.
But the thing is that we give the youth, the hunger, the ferocity to Italma, but whether or not he would have the IQ to put that all together in a fight against Usyk at that level, that would be that would be the ultimate test, wouldn't it? Yeah, and this is why I was so disappointed in Daniel Dubois, man. I was so disappointed in him in that rematch because it was all there for him, man. It was all there for him. And he couldn't even get close to the performance he put on in the first fight.
No, you're right.
You know, after he put AJ's light out, I thought this guy, he might actually have a chance here.
Yeah.
You know, and I was really disappointed about that. All right, listen, fucking
Tony Bellew talking when he lost to Usyk.
Yeah.
And what he was saying, the way that the man closes a fight down on you, like just closes in on you, like what you were saying about Canelo, just pushing you gently into a
He shepherds you. He shepherds you in certain directions.
Yeah,
he makes you go away. He makes you think like, you know, that you're preempting him, and when you're in reality, you're actually moving in the direction he wants you to go, you know?
Do you know what it is? Do you know they talk about deep waters, yeah? I'm going to take him into the deep waters. I'm going to drown you, this and that. That's what he does, but he's doing it with like almost with a smile on his face. It's like he's drowning them, but smiling at the same time, doing you know, like making it seem like you're going for a nice trip down in the river. But he's taking you there to drown you, bro.
But that is so much part of it, is the mental game.
It is.
And it's like you could. This is what broke AJ. This is why AJ ended up taking man's belts and chucking them out the ring, like you do when you lose a fight. You take the other guy's belts after you've just lost them, and you chuck them out the ring because we don't give a fuck. You know, they're not my belts anymore. We don't give a fuck. But you know, that is a very, very hard pill to swallow. To know realistically that there's nothing you can do that will beat this guy. Nothing. You know, like the first time might have been a fluke, but the second time, you know, it was, you know, undisputed truth that there was no way that you were going to beat this guy. And that's the mental game. And he knows that mental game very well.
Yeah.
You know, he plays that mental game very, very well. He's like a silent assassin. Like on every level, physically, psychologically, on every level, he's finding a way in, you know. and that is very intimidating.
It is.
Yeah.
When I watched, like, I remember they showed a clip of him at every single AJ fight. He was just there. It's like someone stalking you.
Yeah. And when,
like
and
one
when,
day, yeah, I'm coming for that. That's what he's speaking. All these fights. Because he was cruiserweight, man. Why did he even need to go to AJ's fight to watch them? He was stalking him. He was stalking his prey, bro.
Yeah.
He was looking at him thinking, yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And the fights he's fought against each of those boxers was a complete different fight. Like the way he moved. The first fight against AJ, the way he moved, I don't know if you remember, he was moving left, right, constantly for 12 rounds, bro.
Yeah.
When he fought Tyson Fury, it was different. He didn't move like that.
Yeah.
And Daniel Dubois, look at that last fight. He just took him out in 5 rounds.
He just steamrolled him.
Stepped to him. Like, do you know what I mean? I know he'd got bigger by that second fight with Dubois. He definitely had got a lot bigger. But it just shows you this is IQ, man. That's the whole point of it. It doesn't matter how big you are or how small you are. It's how smart you are. That's right. That is what will win the fight at the end of the day.
Yeah. And he's definitely showed that. He's definitely showed that. I mean, again, like if he does decide to retire, it will be the end of prior to Bud Crawford becoming 3-weight undisputed.
Oh mate,
we've only this is again what we're saying. We've been treated to so much in recent times. Seeing him become the first 2-weight, seeing the two of them become the only 2-weight undisputed champions, and then Bud Crawford go on to become a 3-weight undisputed champion.
Yeah,
it's just mind blowing, isn't it?
It is, man. It's
the beauty of boxing. Like to be a great, you need it all. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah,
absolutely, elite, Mr. Nezzy.
This is the difference in elite and professional.
But you're talking about generational anomalies. People like that don't come along often. You know, like Tyson Fury had all the brains, all the movement, but he didn't have he didn't have that that brute, which is remarkable for someone of his size. He didn't have that brutish because he didn't need to have it. He was so good on his feet that he didn't necessarily need to have it. But when you look at a guy like Usyk, who's on the smaller side of heavyweights, he probably does need to have it, because if he doesn't, he's going to get bullied. So the mind game is what accounts for what he loses in raw size.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about guys who are 6'5", 6'6", 6'8", big monsters. We're talking about like heavyweights. We've lived in an era of heavyweights who are at the top end of heavyweight.
Yeah.
Like they're at the top end in terms of size and weight.
Different physical specimens.
Yeah, like we're not talking about the
it's different.
We're not talking about the heavyweights of the old days. Like they are like the current U6. The guys like the AJs, the Furies, the Wilders. These guys were all absolute. The Zangs. What's his name? The Mountain. That guy, the Mountain. Dave Allen.
Oh yeah,
Makhmudov. Holy shit, that dude is a fucking beast. Like he's a beast of a man.
He is.
He doesn't fight like one. He fights more like a little pussycat. But like if he was to charge at you, you would just get the fuck out of the way, mate.
He just has to look at you, man.
Yeah. Like, so
that guy's intimidating, mate. No, you're right. The size difference between those days, like going back, man, like even if you thought of Bruno Tyson back in the 80s, that size there is not the same size that we're seeing now in heavyweight division.
Yeah,
it is different.
Yeah. Oh, they're bigger. They're bigger. They're taller. They really they're heavier. You're talking like Tyson Fury tips 19 stones, like just like You know, on a light day, he's coming in at 18 and a half. On a heavy day, he's coming in tipping over 20. Do you know what I'm saying? AJ, when he's you know, big, he's 18 and a half. You know, on his lighter days, he might come in tipping 17, you know? So for him to do what he's done in this era is generational. Like, he's not just an elite level boxer. He is, you know, he is in the stratosphere in terms of, you know, what he's managed to do in throughout his career, you know. So 100%. You know, on that, I feel that, you know, before we move on, I feel now there would be nothing lost from him just turning around and saying, you know, it's my time, you know, it's my time to retire, you know, I'm gonna let the rest of these young lions fight it out, and I'm gonna sit back and watch, man. I've done it. I took out everyone they threw at me twice. I took them out twice. You know, anyone who wanted to come back at me after the first go got it again. Better training and nutrition nowadays. Yeah, you forgot to mention the fucking growth hormones that they're putting in all the food, mate. Fucking growth hormones, mate. I'm telling you. Right, listen, let's move on. Otherwise, we're going to get caught up. We can be here all day long. And what's ironic is, you know, again, 10 years ago, we wouldn't be able to sit here and talk non-stop about the heavyweight division.
Finished by now.
Yeah, the heavyweight division was the most boring division. But yet now, there is just storylines everywhere. We can sit and talk about the heavyweight division non-stop. Like, there are just fucking storylines everywhere. So, yeah, it's a great time to be a boxing fan. Great time to be a boxing fan. Right, okay. So that's October's fights done. Let's have a look at the fights that came up this month. Yeah? Okay. And let's start with, you know, while we're on the subject of the big fights, let's just go into the Benavidez and Yard fight.
Oh, man. What
David Benavidez. So, guys, just to give you a thing, David Benavidez won by stoppage in round 9?
7. Was it 9? I thought it was 7.
7?
I thought it was 7. I don't know why. I've been watching a lot of fights recently. I might be mixed
up.
It
might have been, but he fought. He stopped him in the second half of the fight. Yeah. The ref jumped in. Prior to the stoppage, the ref had asked the doctor to check Yard's eye to see if his vision was all right out of it. The doctor had cleared him. You kind of knew it was on the cards when the ref is asking the doctor in the middle of a round to check his eye. You know that there's always potential here for this to be called off. Right. But what do we think about? Firstly, what do we think about Anthony Yard's performance?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with the majority of what I hear from the majority, which is that he started out well. He did. He was quite lateral. He was moving around quite well. Yeah, he met him in the middle, but he moved around. Yeah. That didn't last for long. It really didn't, man. I can't stress how quickly that ended. It was like maybe 2 to 3 rounds and he was on the ropes. Yeah. It was just like he'd thrown a lot, he'd gassed a lot. And it's like, you can't just like, I don't know, you can't just fire your load like that all at once, especially against someone like Benavidez. And that's what they say about come on to you and you're going to catch him from the ropes. That's never going to happen.
Never going to happen. That's what they say about Benavidez. He's got relentless pressure. And this is the first time I've watched him like this in that.
In this weight.
It was just relentless. Like, you know, and you're right. Early, those first 3 rounds.
That is the perfect name for that.
Yeah. Like those first 3 rounds, he was doing well, Anthony Yard. He was doing well. He was managing to keep his distancing him well. He was landing shots, landing counters. He was landing good counters. You know, and you know, his guard was high. Benavidez was landing a lot of those early shots combinations were on the gloves. Yeah. So the problem here is that if Anthony Yard knows that he's got a limited tank, like he's got maybe 5 rounds, you know, the game plan was wrong. You know, if we know that he's only got a limited tank, and we know Benavidez is granite, you've surely got to throw all caution to the wind and try and go and get him early, right?
Just like I said, that's what the majority of people were saying he was going to do. When he came out, his ring walk was to the Craze film, you know, the Tom Hardy film. I'm here for a fucking shootout.
Yeah, that's right.
So you're thinking, he's coming out, man. He's on it. Like he's coming out of it. It's a similar thing for me as Boatsy with Yard. Just the underwhelming part of what you expect to see and what you actually see.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the last place that I saw him pull it off like that, like a real decent performance, was against Lyndon Arthur. I think their second fight when he knocked him out.
Yeah.
The last fight they had wasn't a great fight. He won that, didn't he? I think.
He did.
Third fight.
Yeah.
But there was a fight in between those fights that he had, which was awful to watch. That was one of the worst fights I've ever watched.
Yeah.
And it was out in the yard. And I'm just like, hey, what's he doing? Kovalev, when he fought him, it was similar to this fight. You could see he just gasses towards the end of the fight. He just ain't got enough. Maybe it's conditioning. I don't know. I think, like you said, maybe he doesn't have the tank.
Well, we know he doesn't have the tank. We know that because that's exactly what you said. Morning, Jazz. Lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me for my first podcast episode. We're talking about boxing. So that's exactly what happened, because they will have known, Benavidez camp will have known that later in the fight he starts to fall off. And it went exactly as you were saying. Early in the fight, he was moving laterally. He was moving away from, especially that left hand. He was moving away from it. And then what started to happen, by about round 5, he was only moving straight backwards. And like you said, he was ending up on the ropes more and more and more. And one thing about David Benavidez, which I was amazed by, was the volume of hard combinations he throws. They're not just fast, they're hard. You can hear them. You can hear the crack.
Did you see the bit where Yard was holding his arm and he was just punching him up with the other arm?
He was just doing that. And the ref and he was expecting the ref to break them up.
The ref weren't doing nothing.
And he's like, their arm's free. You can box. And he was just getting it, bro. And I was like, what did I just watch? Like, is he like, what's going on? Like, what's he waiting for? Why? Like, either let go of him or tie him up properly. Like, what are you doing?
Because it looked like he was holding him there. It looked like Benavidez had his hand around his neck and he was just punching him up. But it wasn't that. His other arm was being held.
Yeah.
So he was just punch. I was just like, what the? I couldn't believe it, man.
Oh, my God.
As soon as that happened, I knew the fight was over. I was like that. He looked in his face after doing that to him, yeah, and just said to him, "Come on."
Let's see if we can get that. Let's see if we can watch that quickly.
Jeez,
Let's see if we can watch that quickly on a
that
clip.
was a mad one.
Benavidez. Benavidez yard.
Arm holding or something like that. I don't know, man. That was just ridiculous. When he looked at him after he
Arm
done
hook.
that, he was just looked at him like, "Come on, like, what are you doing here?" And that was it, man. He just stepped to him from there.
Listen up, like
Hang on, let me see if I can just get it quickly, because that was some fucking crazy shit.
I've never seen that before.
That was some crazy shit. I couldn't work it out. I thought the ref was gonna break it up because he had him round the neck.
That's what I thought, but he didn't. He had his arm.
Yeah.
God was holding his arm.
What round was that?
That must have been 5 or 6.
You know what, man? It looks like he's gonna go down swinging.
Yeah, I think that was 5. He had a good 6 round, didn't he?
Oh shit, bro!
Bro, that is
Hang
like
on.
a full fight, isn't it?
Hang on.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up.
Lucas, thank you for the host, brother. Thank you so much for the host, guys. We are into episode 1 of the Standing 8 Boxing Podcast. Thank you for joining me. Thank you to my brother Lucas for that hosty there. Welcome in, guys.
Welcome,
I just want to show you some stuff. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so this is what we're talking about. Hang on a second. Let me just give a shout out for Lucas. Guys, I'm trying to just record because this is being recorded right now and it's going up on YouTube. Raid into the podcast, something fresh and new. Hey guys, Rico, how we doing, buddy? Okay, let's have a watch of what we're talking about here.
See promoter Frank Warren right now pleading with Anthony Yard.
See what I'm saying about these combinations? You can hear them. No. They're fast and they hurt. Watch this. This is it. Look, look.
Yeah, look, oh. Bro, that's about 14 punches. How many punches? Bro?
Mate,
See, I looked at him.
Mate, let's watch that again. Let's watch that again.
He's
look.
taking the piss, bro.
So look, hang on. So look. Okay, so look, he's just holding onto his elbow like that. Benavidez got his glove around the back of his neck. And he's like, instead of clinching at this point, he's just standing there.
He's leaning into it.
And letting him just tee off.
Yep.
How are you allowed to hold his head? Well, he's not really allowed to hold his head, but they can hold on to each other like that. So it the referees generally allow the fighters to either go into a full clinch or they separate and then they separate them or let them work it out, fight it out. So the ref is probably looking at this and thinking to himself, Yard is going to throw something back or he's going to, let go of the arm and do something with it. But he didn't. He just stood there and he took them. Look, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and then one after. He took a point off him for that shot, didn't he?
Jesus, man.
He took a point off him for that shot, didn't he, at the end, that one? Did he take a point? He did, didn't he?
No.
He took a point off him for that shot.
No, there was one when he was down, he took the point. When he went down. He takes a knee, he took the point for that. Here. Somewhere here, I know. He was in the... Yeah.
Maybe after punch 11, you may want to break it up. That's right. Or if you're the other fighter, you might want to stop getting hit. It weren't even 11, it was like 15.
Him like, how are you letting me hit you like this? That's what I took from him.
Yeah, this guy, after watching this fight, I wasn't sure that anyone might be able to compete on the same level as Bivol and Beterbiev. Yeah, that one.
Where he hits him when he's
Yeah.
down.
Heavy hands. You got the one-punch power.
Like, I wasn't sure. We're not going to watch this whole thing. I wasn't sure that anyone was going to kind of compete on their level. Is that KSI? No, it's not KSI, mate. His name's Anthony Yard. Fucking hell. I mean, he could be like, but this guy, he, after watching this performance, and Anthony Yard was legit, mate. He is a legit threat. Like, he carried the power, and he has, got enough. Their love language is touch. If that's how you wanna break it down, Jazz. I hope that's not what you and Kiz's love language is like. You and him putting gloves on and going 8 rounds. I really hope that's not what your love language is about. But yeah, that weren't love right there. That was pure hate. Because they were not like, there was no pleasantries between the two of them. Like, he was mean mugging him. Like, Benavidez at the end of every round, he was staring him down. He was giving him dirty looks, all of that. So, at least there's a lot of commitment for sure. Like, on both sides. One's committed to taking those blows. One's committed to giving them, But yeah, I had to stop for a second and ask myself, what the fuck did I just watch there? Like, how did that just happen? Unanswered. Like, is he not, like, what, it's not even like he was looking at the ref, trying to get the ref to kind of break them or anything. And he's just standing there holding it,
That's what I'm saying. Benavidez looks at him like, how are you letting me do that to you? Like, why are you letting me do that to you? That is the worrying part about this. Because it makes me think, has Yard given up? It's like, I think he had given up by that point.
I think by that point, he was really feeling it.
Yeah.
I think by that point, he was really feeling it.
At that point in the fight, you shouldn't be that guy.
I think it was more than that. I think it was just the absolute pressure that Benavidez was putting him under, And it's not just tippy-tappy shit. He's throwing with real venom. He's throwing with real venom, and you could hear those blows. Like, you could hear the gloves landing. They sounded. Yo, thank you for the 100 kicks, Rico. Appreciate those smooching times, baby. Yes, sir. I think it. Yeah, I think that was. I think that was, like the volume that had built up, to that point there where, like, he just doesn't know what to do. Like, he's just lost. Like,
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you how good Benavidez is. He is a real threat. He is a real threat. And they're talking about Bivol Beterbiev 3, and then him fighting the winner of that.
He's up there. For me, he's in that league. So we're talking in that weight class. Was it light heavy? Who have you got? Bivol, Beterbiev, Callum Smith.
Yeah, Callum Smith, Benavidez.
This is what I'm saying about Boatsy. Where does he fit into that?
I mean, let's have a look.
Not enough,
I mean,
like,
WBO. I've still got the WBO rankings up.
Yeah.
He's ranked. He's ranked third.
Benavidez.
Boatsy. Yeah.
Man.
You can see he bet on black and not red. Definitely, Jazz. I love how you're saying that now when Kiz is not around here, but you change your tune when Kiz is around, aren't you, you turncoat? You can't have it both ways, Jazz. You either bet on red or you bet on black. And I'm hoping it's the always bet on red team. That's what it was. To the ground, full send. You know it, mate. He didn't even go down after that. David Morrell?
Morrell.
Is it David Morrell?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it? David Morrell. Yeah. He is ranked 2.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Whitaker's up there as well. Holy, number 12. We'll talk about old Ben Whitaker next month in the year recap. We'll talk about old Ben. We'll talk about that. Right, it's bedtime for me. Good night, Rubber.
Yeah, he's got one coming up as well, Ben, I think.
He has. That's in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about fights next month at the end.
Yeah.
So yeah. To recap, Benavidez
destroyed Yard. A complete destruction.
Yeah.
It was like, there's no other way to put that.
I will, Jazz. I'm gonna post it on YouTube tomorrow, and then I'll post the link in our group for it if you'd like. So yeah. Okay, so we know that Benavidez now goes on to fight the winner of the next, the number 3.
Yeah.
What happens to Anthony Yard now? Where does Anthony Yard go from here?
Where would you go after taking 20 punches like that?
Fuck you know.
I'm just saying, what happened? What happened in his corner? Where is like just there's something's missing. And it's like I said, the Kovalev fight, he fell short. This Benavidez fight, he fell short. Lyndon Arthur.
Someone said A&E. That's where he goes.
Where is he? When you think about it, with Lyndon Arthur and his with his resume. He's fought Beterbiev, he's fought Kovalev, he's lost those 2 fights. So where is there to go?
Yeah.
You fought Benavidez, he's third. You couldn't beat him. I think the Buatsi fight with Anthony Yard is probably already run its course. And I reckon people won't want to see it now after that fight.
But I think they will try to Josh Buatsi's with Ben Shalom, ain't he? He's with Boxer, ain't he?
No, I think he went. He's with Frank Warren now. He's just recently gone over to Frank Warren. That fight he had that we talked about earlier with Zach Lucas.
Have a good night, Lucas. Thank you for that, host brother.
The fight he had with Zach Parker, that was his first fight on Frank Warren's promotions.
Right, okay.
Where he needed to impress.
Yeah.
Look at what he did.
Okay.
And I just feel like Anthony Yard, I don't know where he's at promotion, what promotion he's under.
B-Cam. Anthony Yard is with Frank Warren.
Is he?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, after all of
Frank Warren.
Yeah, no, he did, but Frank Warren got him this fight.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he I'm not sure if he left him.
Frank Warren there, you're right. It looked like Frank Warren was his promoter.
Yeah, he was, because you could see him at ringside screaming shit out at him.
Yeah, that's right.
You could see him. You could see him at ringside. You know.
That's what I'm saying. So when you say where does he go from here? And you think about promoters investing in someone's career, where's left to go? Does he beat Callum Smith? I don't think so. Though I mean, yeah, maybe the Buatsi fight is a good fight, but where do either of them go after that? How do you ignite their career after that?
It's true.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. They may
as well, and I feel like Buatsi's been around for a long time as well.
He has.
He has.
How old is he? Anthony Yard.
Yeah.
Anthony Yard's about 28, ain't he?
Don't know.
I think 20.
I'd say he started late as well.
28 or 29, I think. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah. All right. Okay. Well, again, guys, you know, we'll no doubt touch on many of these topics again in future episodes. obviously, because they're going to be fighting again, or people they're linked to are going to be fighting again. You know, it's all a massive tie-in. So we're gonna be touching on these guys again at some point. Hey, no jokes, okay? What did he say? Okay, so yeah, Benavidez, he goes on to fight the winner of that fight, and that a Benavidez fight against either one of those next year will be an absolute cracker.
Mate, of course.
That will be an absolute cracker. I mean, both the 1 and 2, Bivol Beterbiev, both of those fights could easily win our fight of the year.
Yeah.
Well, number 1 was this year, wasn't it? It was at the beginning of the year, February.
Yeah.
And number 2 was in September, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So both of those fights. So though his fight against either one of those could be even better. That could be, you know, an even better fight, you know, because he fights like Bivol fights, but he hits harder. You know, so it will be an interesting test for all of them. Mr. Nez has redeemed a cup of tea. I could do with a cup of brewski. I need to use the bathroom, but now I'm recording. I really don't want to go. Like, otherwise I'll have to just edit it out. So just YouTube, just know I'm here holding it for you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any episodes of the Standing 8 podcast, baby. They're going to be coming in every month.
That's it.
Okay? It's a good thing my next door neighbor's deaf. She can't hear me screaming at the top of my voice. Right, okay. So let's move on. Let's move on. What did we have next? Next, we had Devin Haney against Brian Norman.
Ooh. Yeah, that was another interesting one, wasn't it? What did you think? I tend to understand what Conor Benn's sentiments were, that he's not too exciting to watch, Devin, and he's running scared. I can see that.
See, the thing is that
I also didn't expect him to put Norman down.
Yeah. Early doors as well.
Early doors.
Yeah.
And to me, that shows a lot. Like, in someone's game, like that, you've got that in your arsenal. You can do that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, we've seen Devin's career, and a lot of us have never really thought he's the puncher like that he could do that. Yeah. But I mean, look, I when we watched that Lomachenko fight, I rate Devin Haney. I think he's a brilliant fighter. I think he's very good defensively. He just wasn't responsible against Ryan. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That
was like, you know, they played the mind games with him and they worked. You know, the thing is, 100%. Like, you know, with Conor Benn, like, those comments, I think they're just trying to get into his head. Yeah. Devin's style, you know, he's not going to stand there and go toe to toe with you. Devin is an in and out fighter. He gets lands his combinations, and he gets out again. He fights on the outside, and he fights really well on the outside. He's got great, you know, he's got, like, when he uses it properly, his jab is insane. One of the best jabs I've seen.
One of the best jabs.
Yeah, it is like a lance. Like, he spears it from a mile away. Yeah. You know, and when I watched that fight, like, he just, I mean, I mentioned this to you before. He still looked big at the weight. Like, I don't know if it was just me or I was just seeing it like that, but he still looked big at the weight. But he executed the perfect game plan. Like, even without the knockdown, he still would have won. Like, you know, he still won basically every round. Like, Brian Norman just basically didn't have any. You know what it was. You know, like when he fought Prograis. Yeah. Like when he moved up and he fought Prograis. Yeah. Like, it was exactly like that. Like he like, you know, Prograis
Yeah, stuck to the game plan.
unbeaten up until that point, champion,
Yeah.
you know, like has everyone else's number, and Devin steps up and he just couldn't compete with him because he's just got everything. He's got the speed, he's got the movement, he's got the angles, you know, he's got the work rate, you know, he's got the defense, you know. Obviously we know that he doesn't like to get hit, because when he gets hit, that's when it all starts to unravel a little bit. And that's probably why he fights like that. You know, I can't imagine any boxers like to get hit, but we all know, like we spoke about before, some of them are prepared to stand there and just go, you know, hell for leather.
This is what I'm saying. Some fighters have the dog like that. Like I say, Boatsy will go into a fight and take punches for 12 rounds.
Yeah.
But he's hitting back. He'll take a punch, he's sending one back.
Yeah.
Devin is exactly what you said. That's completely right. He's scared of taking the punch. He's not. That's not his style. It's a complete different style that he fights.
Yeah.
You're right. It's in-out style. It's hit and don't get hit. That's the game he plays. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, for the game he plays and for his style, he's very, very good. That's what I see. Fundamentally good. Like you said, his jab is second to none. I think that jab is something else.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
It is. He's one of the best.
I'm just checking Brian Norman's record. That was his first loss.
Yeah.
So that just tells you everything about how good Devin Haney is.
Yeah.
You know,
it's win by any means, man. That's you got these. That's what I think. Like when you hear Eddie Hearn and Conor Benn talking about someone like Devin, almost putting him down, you have to just listen to what him and his dad are saying.
Yeah,
that's exactly what they're saying. Like, cause it's game plan with them all the time. You look at what happened when they went and fought Cambosis.
Yeah,
that was game plan executed perfectly.
Yeah,
like that's what he's good at doing.
Yeah, and Lomachenko.
Yeah, Lomachenko is a perfect example.
Yeah,
we get him in the beginning of the fight.
Yeah, we win the fight in the first half. That's it. And just make sure that we don't go down.
Survive the rest of the fight. And
that's
it.
All
we need to do.
And he did that.
He did that perfectly.
But the thing is, as well, I feel that Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn know by attacking them in that way.
Yeah.
Because if they also go after the old man as well, you know, in attacking strategy and that kind of thing, that's when it starts to get underneath their skin.
That's right.
It starts to get underneath their skin, you know. And again, Ryan Garcia done it, you know.
He did. You got
Ryan Garcia done it. I mean, let's not mention the fact that he came in 2 stones overweight and he was fucking he was acting like he was drunk at the weigh-in and all of this shit.
It was
on
some next level. I've never seen no one do that.
I mean, that was the greatest rope-a-dope I've ever seen. Like, we were sitting there watching it, thinking, what? This isn't supposed to happen. He's a drunk. He was drinking yesterday. He was fucking drinking yesterday. He didn't make weight. Like, the fuck are we watching here? But it worked.
That was very clever, that rope-a-dope, man. He got all of us.
Yeah.
That was the thing. Like, he hoodwinked everyone.
Yeah. It worked.
The fact that he got popped, just like that's his problem for Ryan Garcia. Because you got popped, they're just the Haneys are gonna use that every time now. They will never forget that. I saw Ryan complaining a bit and saying it was only a little bit. All
right, mate. Yeah, all right, mate. You're Mexican, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even Benavidez had something to say about it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, even Benavidez was like, yeah, but you got pops. Like, you can't. Yeah, you won that fight. You beat Devin, but you was taking performance enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way around that.
Yeah. Along with all the other drugs that you were on as well at the same time.
Exactly.
You know? It's funny because I've just searched Devin Haney next fight, and Bill Haney apparently has given an interview yesterday saying speaks honestly on fight between Devin Haney and Conor Benn. Let's just pull this up in the window and we can read this quickly. Bill Haney speaks honestly on fight with Conor Benn between Devin Haney and Conor Benn.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Bill Haney gave his take. Oh, that's an hour. We're not going to watch that. Hang on a second. What I'm interested in is some real fights. Something really happening. Not someone who hasn't done anything. I don't want to be in the ring with someone who hasn't fought a champion or been a champion. Now, this is what we were fucking talking about with Conor taking the Eubank Jr. fight and you know, after the whole fuck around with the failed drug, you know, the scrambled eggs, all of the fuck around, you see, this is what happens.
That Barrios fight he's talking about, that should have happened years ago.
Yeah.
That should have happened years ago.
Yeah.
Conor Benn's meant to have been the WBC champion for a long time now.
Yeah.
The fact, like you said, you fanning around chasing Chris Eubank Jr. For Eddie Hearn, because what other reason is it? It's only money, this stupid fight. There was no point to it.
Yeah.
You're going to jump up to 160 and then you're going to drop back down. It just, like, when you look at the actual logic behind it, there is none. It doesn't make any sense. I agree with what he's saying. He should have been WBC champion. He was on course, Conor Benn.
And he had people threatening.
Yes, he did.
He had them
Genuinely.
He had them threatened. He was a genuine problem for the division. The way he was ripping people out of there, he was coming on strong. And obviously,
then you go and get popped for pets. How does that look?
But even before that, Ben Shalom and Eubank Jr. have got together and they've said, you know what? Let's make this happen. This is going to be an absolute fortune we can make. Yes. Let's make it happen. Yes. Let's do whatever we've got to do to make it happen. And they've tapped into the whole Eubank Ben legacy and all of that. And it's a legacy fight. And it's this, bro, they're 3 divisions apart. They were 3 divisions apart.
That's ridiculous, man.
You know, like, and it's like, it's fucking, you know, and this, I just knew this was coming. I just knew after it was all said and done, after all of the Eubank and Ben dust had settled, and you know, and Conor Benn wants to get back to fighting, like, you know, competing for a belt,
the ranks.
You know, that this is what they're gonna throw at him. You know, he's gonna have to live with that, like he's an exhibition fighter. You know, that kind of shit. And it's funny how they come out, you know, it's ironic that this is what Bill Haney's saying. But let me carry on reading what he says. So in terms of his perception of Ben, Bill Haney said that he would have to see the Destroyer compete against someone young and in the same division to make a judgment. Ben is seemingly eager to take on Devin Haney in his return to welterweight, posting on X. See, I don't, you know, like after seeing that, what they pulled at the end of that fight, I think they're going to target Rolly Romero.
Yes, I agree.
And I think Rolly Romero is actually the weakest out of them.
You know what? Don't forget, Rolly Romero beating Ryan Garcia.
He did.
I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that happening.
Yeah. But remember we watched Rolly Romero before that fight. The reason you say that, we watched Rolly Romero before that fight, and he didn't want to fucking do anything.
That's
like
right.
he didn't want to do anything. He just wanted to slip and duck and dive and look.
That's what I'm saying. He shows up for occasions. Okay, against Tank, there was nothing he was going to do against Tank.
Yeah.
I personally think Tank is a next level fighter. I do believe Tank is like elite, man. But
Yeah.
I think with Rolly, on the occasion, he will show up. With Ryan Garcia, how he managed to show up for that, I don't know. That was not the Rolly, like you said, that we'd previously seen.
Yeah, the 2 fights that we'd seen in the run-up to that fight were just fucking ridiculous. Like,
fighter.
Yeah, like I couldn't believe it. I actually couldn't believe.
It's like, oh, that is what you're talking about, because he had all the talk against.
Yeah, he was giving it.
Yeah.
And I remember in the run-up to that Ryan Garcia fight, he was giving it. He was actually talking hard, and I was like, but the thing is, even that before I'd seen those fights of his reputation was that he was, fundamentally, like he had everything. He had all the skills. But when I saw that fight, I can't remember what it was. I was like, you look terrible. Was it Pitbull?
Yeah, Pitbull Cruz.
Yeah. Oh, he's fighting next month as well, Pitbull. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah.
But it was that fight where he just didn't do anything.
That's right.
He didn't do nothing.
No,
He just wanted to dance around. So
I think almost with Ryan, there was like a bit of, I just want to show you up.
Yeah. I think Ryan's reached that point now. I think he's just fucked the game off completely. He just wants a big check, and he just likes to fuck people, like, like make them eat shit pie, like, just like he did, just kind of, derail fucking Devin, but
that was disgusting. I done that. No, I like I said, with Rolly, the thing is, with that Ryan Garcia win, that he can show up. So if they're going to target him. But I just hope that we see that same Rolly Romero that we saw fight Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
Because if he shows up against Conor Ben, that might be an interesting fight.
I think it will be. I
think is another one. He like we said, before this Eubank stuff, he was destroying anything that came into his path. Anyone. He was going through them all.
I'll be honest though, what surprised me about Conor's both his fights was his work rate, and his tank looked just insane. Like the fact that he could put it on a bigger guy for that length of time and just keep going. I think he must have, his endurance is nuts, is off the chart. So, if he manages to land the shots that he was landing before, then it's gonna be. I think he's got enough to go with anyone in that division. Yeah. I think he has got, like, he's got it all, but it just depends on whether or not he gets the fights now.
No.
I mean, the thing is that, look, at the end of the day, you take the ranking fights, you become the mandatory, they've got no option.
That's right.
The problem is now is that because these guys are not looking at him as he's serious, he's got to do it the hard way.
Yeah.
Right. So unfortunately, that could be another year to 18 months.
Yeah.
If they turn around. But I think that's Haney specifically. I think Devin and Bill Haney, I think that's how they're looking at it. But the other guys, Barrios, Romero, and who's the other?
Trying to remember now. Pitbull, that would be a good fight. Pitbull and Conor Ben.
Pitbull would be a good fight.
Yeah, I can't remember who else it was. There was one other one Not Barrios.
Lewis Crocker.
Oh yeah, Lewis Crocker.
We watched that fight, didn't we?
Yeah.
I watched that fight. Who was that last fight? Lewis Crocker.
Wasn't that recent?
Oh, Lewis Crocker was Paddy Donovan.
Yeah.
Lewis Crocker was Paddy Donovan. You lot have to watch that fight. The Lewis Crocker Paddy Donovan 2 fight.
Yeah.
If you ain't watched that fight, it's one of the most bizarre fucking fights that you will see. Yeah, we're going to touch on that in the next episode. In the end of year recap, we're going to touch on that fight because I never saw the first one, but the second fight was just fucking, I don't know what to say. Like it was weird. It was very weird. Like that decision could have gone either way. Like that decision could have gone either way. I mean, the fact that Paddy Donovan was completely shocked by the result at the end of it says it all. Like, you know, I was like, yeah. I mean, let's have a look.
Lewis Crocker.
Like, he fucked up in the first fight. He got disqualified in the first fight, Paddy Donovan.
Yeah.
So lost his unbeaten record there. And then he come back, fought him in the second fight and got outpointed. So I can't believe it. So, I mean, he's an Irishman and he's tough as fuck. You know, he's tough as fuck. Like, again, I'm not sure that was a debatable decision. Did you watch that fight? No, you got to watch that.
I saw the first one.
Yeah. Watch that fight, brother. Watch that fight and tell me what you think about the decision, the result.
Right.
Like, because I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't. When they said it, like, when they said that he'd won that fight, I was like, huh? Really? I was like, wow. That shit was crazy. That shit was actually crazy.
This year we've seen a lot of mad decisions, man. A lot.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of them.
We're gonna cover that. We got a lot of work to do for next month's episode. Okay, 100%. So Devin, what do we think happens to Devin next?
I don't know where he's gonna go next. I mean,
does he move up again? Do you think? Does he stay at welter?
I think.
Or does he go up to super?
I'd stay. I don't think he goes up yet. He might.
Do you think he tries to unify the belts?
Yes. I think he will. That'll be twice over as well, right?
Yeah. That'll be 2 divisions then.
Yeah. I think he should do it, man. I do. I'm trying to think who else is in the division. How stacked that division is. Isn't Teofimo Lopez in that division?
Yeah.
And welterweight.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you got Barrios. I don't think Pitbull's welterweight, is he?
Pitbull might be junior.
Yeah. Because didn't Pitbull fight Tank?
Yeah, and then I think Pitbull moved up after that.
Oh, okay.
Catterall's in that.
Catterall, yeah.
Barrios.
Yeah.
Wow, Manny's still in that division, ranked number 4 under the WBO.
Bloody hell.
Bam Bam.
Yeah. Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah.
What? Welterweight.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, he's ranked 12th on WBO.
Oh, wow.
Paddy Donovan's in there.
Yeah.
Connor's in there under the WBC.
Yeah.
Ramos, I'm not sure about this guy, Ramos. Esserman,
Echo Esserman.
yeah.
Jack Catterall just beat him, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he just beat, that's the fight we just watched, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a few good fighters there. I think he should hang around. I think he's got a good chance.
Ryan's in there under the WBA.
Yeah. And Rowley's in there as well, right?
Yeah.
I think Devon's got a good chance if he stays in that division, to be honest.
And you know what? I tell you what, there's enough talent in there to make it worthwhile.
Exactly.
There's certainly enough talent in there to make it worthwhile to try and unify those belts.
Yeah, that's right.
Definitely. There's definitely I mean, who's that super? Fundora, WBC.
Okay.
Virgil Ortiz.
Yep.
Boots.
Yeah, I'd stay
Boots
away
at
from
Super. Super is what Super's what Bud vacated to move up, innit? To fight Canelo.
Yeah.
So Bud was at the top of that, isn't it? So that's why a lot of these are vacant or interim.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Carlos Adames.
Oh, then if Adames is in there, then what's his name is in there? What's the British guy that fought Adames? Tall guy. I always forget his name. Tall Asian fighter. Remember we watched him fight Adames and he lost the fight and we were like, he's lost. And they got a draw.
Oh,
a draw against Adames.
Hamza Shiraz.
Hamza Shiraz, he's in that same division as well.
Hamza Shiraz is fighting at super middle now.
Has he moved up?
Yeah. Yeah, not even hang on a second.
That he drew with.
It might have been, yeah. Yeah. Super middleweight. Hamza Shiraz is rank 2 at super middle. Oh, he was massive at that weight. He was massive. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Yeah, because didn't he just fight Belanga? Who fought
Yeah,
Canelo?
that was his first fight at super middle.
Yeah, that's right.
That was his first fight after that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And we were saying they got this sketchy draw in the last fight, and they're already just wiping the slate, you know. They're pulling a Donald Trump, mate, and deleting all of the history. They're getting rid of it. They're like, that shit didn't happen. Get it out of it. That shit didn't happen. You know?
What you're talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that was this year.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They jacked Adames, bro. That fight was Adames' fight. Like, he won the fight. How they jacked him. Like, this is what I mean about these cards sometimes. It's just like they're stacked in someone's favor.
Oh, of course.
You know, if it goes to points, this is why we're saying you can't leave things to the judges. You can't leave it to points because you end up losing.
So he's gone up 2 divisions, which is about right, to be honest, because he was massive.
Big, yeah.
Hamza Shiraz is huge at the weight. But that being said, he looked great. Like, you know, they must have done a real good job on his psychology, on the psychology side of things, because he looked completely different against
Belanga.
And you know, you got to ask yourself, was he stretching that cut to its absolute limit?
Yeah.
Like, was he really to go up 2 divisions and look so good up 2 divisions?
You're right.
You know, and
Yeah, of course he was.
and you look nothing like that. Like you came in that day and looked completely flat. So sometimes you just got to ask yourself: are they really stretching their division here? You know,
Right.
and obviously they're trying to avoid maybe moving up, or you know, or they want to stay. They want to keep their record going by staying in a certain division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Haney done that.
He did.
You know what I mean?
You know, they were saying for ages that he was like way too big for the division.
He was.
You know?
He definitely was.
All right, let's move on.
Go on, what you got next?
Let's move on. I mean, we've still got loads. Let's cover them. Try and cover them quickly. Bam Bam Martinez. Bam Bam against Martinez.
That fight, Rodriguez, showed he's just a class above anyone in his division. Like, that's what I would say. The fight that we need to see him in is against Inoue. I can't remember if they're in the same class. I think if they're in the same division. But I think that, what is he? Bantamweight, is it?
Let's watch the highlights quickly because I haven't watched this fight. I never watched this fight. I never watched literally the only fight. I never watched the Reactpour fight. The only fights I watched was Katarol Ekma and Adam Azim. The Mason Noakes fight I missed.
That was good. That was another good fight. No, there were good fights on that card.
Let's have a watch of these highlights real quick.
Listen up, Lycra lady, and you, pipe guy, everybody. Meet Ionos.
Haney. Who was the main fight then?
Super smart website
The main fight was Benavidez.
You can use many tools to start
Yeah.
growing your business. Nice, nice, nice. Yes, I thought so. Try it, darlings. Ionos, your digital partner.
Adam Azim weren't on that card though. That was
a week before, was it?
That was a week before, yeah.
Championship of the world. This is it. 12 rounds live from Riyadh in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
Let's just watch this 3-minute highlights quick.
Martinez.
Canvas, the referee apparently uninterested.
No, Bam landed a
Look
shot
how
and
he's
fell off.
sweet. Like, his punches are just coming from the outside constantly.
Yeah.
He's basically telegraphing everything.
Yeah.
But you look at Rodriguez, he telegraphs nothing.
Yeah.
Body shot by Bam.
And he just outclassed this guy completely.
Right now, Bam's being very economical with his punches.
Frustrated him.
Slickness there from Rodriguez.
Look at that. But that you have to work on.
Wow, he's literally falling over himself.
Yeah, exactly. And Rodriguez just looked like he was enjoying himself in there, man.
Coming out of, I believe, the nose now of Puma Martinez.
And Puma Martinez right now is pretty impressive.
Woo!
Good shot there by Martinez.
Woo!
By Bam.
Oh, nasty uppercut.
With his new son
See?
Milo being born this week, it just seems to have made him even more determined to go out there and finish the job early.
Angles.
Even loading up, man.
He's a very, very talented boxer, this guy.
Life has been sucked out of Puma Martinez. Here's Mike Coppinger's scorecard. No drama here.
Now, easy fight to score. And Puma Martinez, quality fighter. This is just how good Bam Rodriguez is. I think Puma's hurt to the body. A left hand to the body might have hurt Puma Martinez.
And Martinez is not an easy out.
This is a sparring, a championship.
And then where are we now? Where's that 7?
That's how great he is.
He starts to get to him.
Round 9.
Bam has just dominated from the opening bell. All 8 rounds.
Oh, he's got quality. He's got quality, like mix up, like the way he mixes his shots up, like high and low,
Straight,
hooks, uppercuts.
left.
It wants to go. All right, let me get this guy out of here.
And I think he hasn't thrown enough uppercuts, Bam Rodriguez. There's openings down the middle.
Did he just say he's not thrown enough uppercut? Oh.
His head movement.
Oh.
See that? Class, bro.
Watch that. Oh. He dips it to the right. He dips it to the right and just bang. Boom.
It made it look effortless.
Yeah.
That is what is so good about this guy. He made it look so easy. So, yeah, I think Rodriguez moving forward, they need to get him in a fight with, what's his name? Isn't he the monster as well, Inouye?
Hey?
Isn't Inouye the monster as well? I'm sure that's his nickname.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
no,
that's
I thought. Oh, I can't remember. Go on.
Yeah, I think that's where they need to move him in
Yeah.
that sort of direction. Yeah, because he's gonna outclass everyone.
He's got the talent.
He has.
He's definitely got the talent. You know, he's definitely got the talent, and he's definitely one to keep an eye on next year.
Yeah.
You know, like after watching that, just like, you know, he's got the work rate, he's got the power, you know, he's got the IQ. Like that shot that put him down was world class. Like, you know,
well, the other thing is
dip it to the right and just push over the top.
At those lightweights, it's harder to knock someone out.
Yeah.
I genuinely think it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? The bigger these guys get, it must be easier to knock someone out, as in the person getting knocked out. It's easier to get knocked out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, to come through with a knockout. Where was that? Round 9, round 10.
Yeah,
or something.
round 10.
Yeah, that was a great achievement, man. He's a great fighter, I think. Definitely one to watch.
Right, we're coming up to 2 hours 15 minutes. I think we're gonna speed run these. Mason Noakes. You watched that fight, and I remember you telling me.
That was a great fight, man. That went all the way down 2 points. Both fighters put in 150%. They poured everything into that fight. But Mason showed he deserved the win. He had a little bit more than Noakes, but for Noakes, I think he's definitely going to be one to watch as well. He's got dog in it.
All right. Boots Ennis against Lima, Douglas Lima. I didn't watch that fight because it was on really late. Let's see if we can get the.
That was recently. That one.
That was his last fight. Let's just get the highlights quickly.
I think I did watch this. Was this where he moved? He won the. He won a belt for this fight, didn't he? It was a championship fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just another demolition.
Our main event, hopefully it's entertaining as our co-main.
Is another good fight of Boots Ennis.
5'10", under the 154-pound weight limit. You see the glossy record.
Yeah.
Perfect at 34-0. But there's Lima. Didn't know too much.
34-0, 30 KOs. See, now you got to ask yourself questions whether or not Bud wanted to get out of there before, you know, before this was inevitable. You know,
he's only 28, man. If you look at Bud's age now.
Yeah, 38. Not 38, is he 30, 36?
Yeah, something like that.
36 or 37.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
And you think about it, he's what, 32-0? Bud's 40 and 41-0 now.
Yeah.
41-0.
Yeah.
After this, we'll just have a quick touch on, do we think anyone will ever reach the 50-0? The The Money Mayweather, you know, the mark. Let's have a look at Boots.
In the black. Innes in the blue and white.
Lima, the southpaw, clever feet, strong puncher, and you could see the size advantage is pretty even here.
See, the thing is, the problem that Bud creates is that he switches. Like, and it is just something you, no matter how much you prepare for it,
You can't.
if you come up against someone who knows how to switch hit like he does, like it's almost unbeatable.
It is.
Because southpaws don't like fighting other southpaws, so I would expect to see him switch into that left-handed stance frequently tonight.
The other thing with Bud is Bud will take a punch, man. Like,
Yeah.
you remember the Canelo Triple G fight?
Yeah.
Where it was constant ebbing and flowing like that. When you watch Bud,
Woo!
there's a lot of taking a shot to get the shot off.
Round one, you know.
Yeah.
Round one. But Lima's jumping in, like Boots is just waiting for him. Landed this big uppercut. Oh, it's got to be. Yeah, he was. He's lucky he went down. The ref was going to call it there. Yeah, that's it. And they threw the towel in as well.
Yeah.
That was destruction. That was destruction.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Boots is.
that was destruction. When did he sign with Matchroom? It's recent, wasn't it? Last year,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it wasn't too long ago.
That uppercut was absolutely dirty. You see him rock him, and he wobbled. Oh, mate.
Oh.
The thing is, though, is his shots are out here. Like,
Yeah.
like his shots are out here. Like, he gets really good range like that.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
his
yeah,
uppercut
yeah.
comes from like there.
Yeah.
That was knockdown rather number 2.
Yeah, man. Demolished
That
him.
that was clinical. That was absolutely clinical. Right, where do we think Boots? What do we think? What do we think happens to Boots next?
Well, now he's got a belt. I think they'll try and unify as well. How stacked is his division, though?
I mean, it's pretty stacked.
Yeah.
It is pretty. Oh no, Tio's not in. Tio's in junior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Tio's in junior welterweight. So he's a division below Haney.
Wow.
But he's dropped. It says Boots has dropped out of the. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. The top 15. How can he be 35-0 and not be in the top 10? Like, oh, sorry, that's WBO. What am I doing? That's WBO. Like, Madrimov is in there. Ellis. Keith Thurman's still in there.
Yeah.
Kelly. Is it Josh Kelly?
Yeah.
I mean, he's number one. He's number one ranked for the WBO belt. Wow. Okay. I mean, that was destruction. That was actually destruction.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Yeah, man.
We look forward to seeing what Boots has next. What happens next for Boots? All right. On it. Moving on. We'll just quickly touch on Richard Riakporhe and Adam Azim. Young British fighters coming up. Quickly, Richard Riakporhe. I didn't see his fight. Did you watch it? His last one, his first at heavyweight.
No, I didn't really watch it. I didn't keep my eye on it, to be fair.
All right, let's talk about the Adam Azim fight. The Adam Azim fight was clinical. He is really showing, he's got a huge amateur background, multiple, English European champion. And he's really starting to shine now. He's really starting to step up, like the body shots that he was ripping into this guy, like were just, you could feel them, man. And you could see they had a game plan that they were going to work him to the body. And this guy that he was fighting, Scooby, this guy that he was fighting was built, like he was built well. And you wouldn't think that he might, feel it in the middle. But obviously, they've identified something and they've gone after him, and they've really gone after him. But that was a really good fight. That was a really good fight. So, did you watch that one?
I did watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Adam Azim, for me, I think his speed is like one of his major attributes. He's very, very fast, man. Like,
he's got power as well, though.
He's got power as well.
He's got power as well.
I think, he's one to watch, man. I don't know where he's going next. I think it's just gonna be more these sort of level fighters that he's fighting for a couple more fights.
Yeah,
he's still got a lot to learn, but I think he's definitely gonna come out on top.
I think by this time next year we'll see him to start to step up.
Yeah.
I think he might have one or two more fights, like you say, placement fights.
Yeah.
And then by this time next year, I think he'll be taking his shot at like top 10 rankings to put him in the top 10 ranking. And then maybe in early 2027, we might be looking at a shot at one of the belts.
Yeah, that would be nice for him, man. I think that he will have deserved it because, he's that Scooby fight. I don't think that Scooby was touted to be an easy fight. I think he was touted to be quite a bit.
Yeah, he was supposed to be his toughest test going.
He was game as well.
Yeah, he was.
Game, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, he was game.
Yeah,
he brought it. He brought it. But this is what I was saying about the game plan that they executed on him.
They did execute. He's another one. He's like Devin. I think Adam. He's got that youth in him where they're just soaking up so much knowledge from these people around them, and they use it. Like, do you know what I mean? They can stick to a game plan really well.
Let me try and get these highlights going for this Riakporhe fight. It's only 2 minutes.
I think it was a first round. I did watch it. It was like one or two rounds, Richard Riakporhe. It wasn't a long fight from what I remember.
Obey my command to protect yourselves up at all times. Keep this one clean, lads. Touch gloves.
He's a monster, man. And this guy should have been heavyweight from a long time ago.
That's right. Yeah, it was first round. I remember.
Yeah.
I watched it. Yeah.
He should have been heavyweight a long time ago. because that Billum Smith fight was just a fucking, that Billum Smith fight. Even him, like, you could say that he looked so drained from the cut. I don't like the fact that he's running after him. He's not trying to work in with a jab or something.
That's right.
He's not trying to cut him off. He's chasing him. Like, I know he's still early in his career, but I don't like that he's Look, we'll go back. Watch this to Richard Riakpo. I mean, look, we want to see these guys do well, man. We want to see them do well. We want to see them perform to the kind of capabilities that we think they can perform.
Yeah, we know it's possible, man. That's right. We know. This is why we talk about elite fighters, isn't it? Because we've seen it. All right, they might be few and far between, but they're there, man. They are, and you can watch them. Like we talk about Adam Azim coming up. Even when you think back to Amir Khan, when he was coming up, his progression, you could see he had something special about him. You remember? I remember Naseem Hamid, another fighter. He had something about him, man. He was like not polished, like an AJ sort of polish to him. But bro, that guy coming up, he's done very well.
I mean, he was just so out of the box that people just didn't know what to do with him. He was so cocky, like his style was so cocky,
mate.
But it was brutal. Like he landed bombs from from angles that you just wouldn't expect.
No, stupid angles, man.
Yeah, he landed bombs just from angles that you just wouldn't expect.
That's right.
You know, and yeah, like again. So it will be interesting. Again, like I say, guys, we're gonna touch on these guys again. You know, each month. You know, we're gonna look back and we're gonna see. Now we've got a record of the things we've spoken about and said how we want to see them develop, and we can look back on it now. So you know, we've got a library that we're building, and we're gonna be able to reference it going forward. So. We'll come, I'm pretty sure next year, 2026, we're going to see a lot more of Riakpo and Adam Azim, which is good. I love that. I love to see, you know, it's a great time for British boxing because we've got so many, you know, across lots of divisions, you know, we've got so many fighters that are like at world-class level and can compete, which hasn't always been the case, like especially in the previous era. Like it is really, really, really nice to have that going. Right, okay. That's October and November. October and November done. So do you want to add anything to that? Anything?
No, I think like I said, we're now winding down the end of the year. I think we've got obviously our next podcast to look forward to, looking back on the year and how things have gone. I think at the end, in December, we've got a big exhibition to look forward to. I don't know if there was anything else you wanted to touch on going forward.
Yeah. I mean, next month we're gonna have quite a few fights. There's Big Phrase making his comeback. Jimmy
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, that was tomorrow.
You know, hopefully this guy puts in a better shot than his last opponent after the Fabio loss. The last guy, he steamrolled him out of there, innit it? He went out in the first round, didn't it?
Yeah, he did. Tete. So yeah, he beat Tete. Jamie TKV looked like he was winning against David Adelaide. And what happened? Did they stop the fight?
Was that because he was holding on?
Oh, what happened with that fight? He lost that fight. I don't remember now. I'm going to have to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure they'll show it tomorrow anyway, what happened in his last fight with Adelaide.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was a draw.
Yeah. So
But,
we
yeah.
got that tomorrow. Also
that's
tomorrow, Ben Whittaker.
Oh yeah, also Ben
Yeah, we got Pitbull Roach coming up next month.
Okay.
Jay Opataya coming up again.
Yeah.
I mean, he's another one to watch in light heavyweight.
Yeah.
He's another
yeah.
one to watch at light heavy.
Yeah.
Is he light heavy or cruiser? No, he's light heavy, isn't he?
Yeah.
I'm sure he's light heavy.
I think he's light heavy.
Unless he moved up. Oh no, he's fighting at cruiser now. He's fighting at cruiser.
Cruiser.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's an absolute beast.
Yeah.
That guy. So that's going to be a great fight to watch. I see that just going Opataya. Badu Jack, Mikhalian. Is that a rematch?
I don't know.
Badu Jack fought this year, didn't he? I remember.
He did. I can't remember who he fought.
I'm sure he did fight this year.
Must have won.
And then we've got Inoue Picasso. That's at the end of the month. Is that a rematch? Picasso. That didn't he lose to? No. Who did Inoue? Who was Inoue's loss to? Hang on. Inoue first loss. Jesse Rodriguez. No, Inoue's first. Alan Picasso's legendary power. Hang on.
As lost. I think he went down in his last fight, but he got back up and won.
No, I'm sure he lost. Hang on. I don't know. I don't know. Unless it's another Inoue that I've got confused. Hang on. Let me see what his record is. Oh no, he's 27-0.
Yeah.
Must be another Inoue. Right, okay. Anyway. We'll catch that one. And then, obviously, the big one. The big one. Big AJ. Big old AJ against Jake Paul in what has got to be one of the biggest mismatches in the entire fucking history of boxing. I mean, when you've got a guy that's staring at your chest, I mean, this is almost as bad as Tyson Fury picking up his opponent and carrying him at the weigh-in. This is almost as bad as that.
That is as bad.
We won't get into it too much, but do you think it's dangerous? Do you think Jake Paul is running the risk of potentially, you know, aside from having his, you know, head knocked off his block, but do you think there could be any potential for any kind of serious injury here?
If it's a real fight, yeah. When you look at what happened to Ngannou, but I mean, you got to also give Jake Paul some sort of credit. He does train. I mean, he's not a complete novice going into a boxing ring. He's trained. He's had a few fights. There's just been fights against people like Tommy Fury and Mike Tyson.
60-year-old Mike Tyson.
60-year-old Mike Tyson. Like, so, yeah, that's your resume. I mean, yeah, I'm more worried. I'd be more worried about AJ's career than Jake Paul's health.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah,
You know
I mean, I think
I don't
we're at a
think
point.
Paul-
We're at a point in AJ's career where I think that we kind of, I think it's widely acknowledged that he's not really gonna compete again to be gonna be able to compete again. Although that being said, he, you know, Usyk, he went 12 rounds with Usyk twice.
Yeah,
and
but if Usyk gives the belts up, like we were saying earlier, that opens the door in a major way. Like, this
is what I'm saying. There is potential. There is potential, but one thing Jake Paul has going for him, he throws one hell of an overhand right. He loves to throw that overhand right. And if it's one shot I see AJ walking onto, especially from a smaller guy, is that overhand right.
Yeah.
You know? The fact that he landed one on Dubois, got two ahead of himself, and walked on to a right hand, which put it like literally, you know, split his soul from his body.
That's right.
You know, like is now. I'm not saying Jake Paul carries anywhere close to the kind of power of Daniel Dubois, but the difference is
he doesn't have timing either. That's what I think he would lack.
But if he walks onto it, because the thing is, AJ walked onto that Dubois shot.
Yeah.
He walked onto it, and whether or not we might say that Dubois walked him onto it because he knew he was going to come for him is another matter. But he walked onto it, which added to it. So it doesn't matter how big and strong you are. If you are completely switched off and you walk onto something, it's game over.
Right. Of course.
So just like anyone, he's got a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
You know,
that's why I say. I mean, you're right. Look, what happened to Ngannou? If that happens to Jake Paul, it might be some serious damage, man. But I don't see that happening. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure it will be in the contract for that not to happen. That's my stance on it.
But but this is what we're saying. Like there can't be any hard and fast rules. If it's a sanctioned fight, by a board.
Well, yeah, then it's whatever rules it is.
It can't be scripted, you know. Or I mean, I suppose it could be scripted to the point where you're not allowed to batter me. You're not allowed to just wing my head off.
It's gone. Yeah, this is it.
But yeah, saying that his knockout of Ngannou was brutal. That was. But that was, you know, I haven't seen that AJ. I haven't seen that kind of AJ knockout for a very long time. Like that kind of AJ knockout, that was classic AJ. He set his guy up and he just walked him onto that straight right cross. And it was right on the money. It was like, bosh, right on the money, right on the chin, you know. Perfect execution,
like
perfectly timed.
Drilling that in the gym. You know, for 6 flipping months, and then just went and threw it. It was perfect.
But this is what I'm saying about AJ in both the Usyk fights. It's like he should have had a game plan going into both the Usyk fights, and as soon as he gets in there, the game plan went out the window. You know,
for the first
why was it? Why was it?
Asking Lawrence Okoli for advice in the first fight, and in the changing room. Oh, how do you think I should fight this guy? Like, what are you doing? You got you shouldn't be thinking like that. So, I think mentally there's been a lot of, you know, changing in trainers and all of this that's going on. Even for this fight, he's training with Usyk's trainers.
Yeah.
It's just like I can understand
what did Tyson Fury call Usyk's promoter when he said something about his wife? He called him a ugly little bastard. I fucking miss Tyson Fury, you know. I fucking miss Tyson Fury. You don't get comedy and entertainment like that.
Exactly.
Like, you know, he took it and he gave it out. He said, "You mention my name again, you ugly little bastard." Fucking hell. yeah.
He would drop classics.
He was the best, mate. You're dossers. You're a bunch of dossers. Like, you know. I mean, again, maybe, you know, but here's the thing, right? If he does vacate, you know, maybe Tyson Fury comes back and nobody can get past him again.
It could happen. I could see that happening too, yeah.
It like, you know, we just don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to see. All right. Anything else you want to add, brother?
No, man. I'm good.
All right.
It's been good. It's been a good podcast, man.
It has, man. 2 hours, 45 minutes we've been talking about it, and that's just 2 months. Next month, next month's one is going to be...
year to go through.
Yeah, we've got the whole year to go through. It's going to be a 3-hour special, guys. So guys out there, you guys in stream, you guys on YouTube, next month's banger is going to be a 3-hour marathon talking about all the ups and downs, the highs and lows of 2025. You know, recapping on all the big fights.
Yeah. More footage from the knockouts.
Yeah, more footage. We'll catch more highlights. Again, hopefully, I won't start too late because obviously I'll be able to iron out all the tech issues. We got there in the end. You know, we managed to get it done. You know, I've managed to not go and take a piss for like coming up to 3 hours. I'm in excruciating pain right about now. But yeah, it has been amazing. So thank you very much to my co-host, DKongJr. And, you know, lending his insight and obviously always giving me an opinion to bounce my ideas off. Thank you to all of you guys for joining me. And like I said, we're going to be doing the live stream every last Friday of the month. So the next month's one will be on the 26th, which is a Boxing Day. So I might not do the live stream on the 26th. I might do that. Actually, well, you said it might be able to work. We'll work it out. It will either be next month. It will either be, because the 26th, the last Friday is Boxing Day.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
It's going to be the 26th, either the 26th or 27th. Yo, Yorkshire Geek, thank you for the host, champ. I'm about to dip out. I'm about to end the stream, but I hope you had a great one. You and Dad, thank you very much for hosting out to me, buddy. I appreciate it. We're just wrapping up the end of the podcast. So like I said, guys, it's going to be either the 26th or the 27th of December, the end of year recap for episode 2 of the Standing 8 podcast, hosted by myself, Reggie, my co-host, DKongJr, D Raucus, aka Filler 7. And yeah, it's been a great time. So yo, thank you for that follow, Yorkshire Geek. I appreciate that, brother. I hope you had an amazing stream. So yeah, guys, like I said, the live stream will be 26th or 27th of December, live on kick.com/Reggy R3GGY. The VOD will go up on YouTube. So if you missed the live stream, you will be able to catch it the following day on YouTube. I'm going to have this edited and uploaded to YouTube by tomorrow night, which is the Saturday. And like I said, subscribe to the channel, leave me a like and a comment. Let me know what you thought about our opinions on the boxing game so far. You know, last October and November's fights, what we've got coming up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. And yeah, hopefully I look forward to catching you guys all in the next episode. All right. So I'm going to allow my co-host to sign out.
Yeah, I'm signing out. To the next episode. Look forward to seeing you guys there next time.
Yes, sir. Peace out. And guys, that's going to be all from me for today. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Like I said, live on the last Friday of every month, kick.com/Reggy. And then the full VOD going up on YouTube. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you to my co-host. Thank you to all of the guys who supported the live stream today. And I'm going to see you guys in the next one. And this your boy Reggie. I'm out of here. Peace, DKongJr.
Kongers, I'm out, man.
Peace, peace.
See you later.